quiet Thursday night, 4 a.m. I sat in the dark corner of my bedroom telling myself, Arafat, you can't give up. After a day of frustration, after a day of depression, after a day of failing, and I had just 1 week to pull off the impossible. But let me take you back to how I started. I get a phone from a recruiter asking me to take up a job. That job I was really less qualified to do. I wasn't there with the skills they were looking for. So when they reached out, I thought, do I really have to waste my time, go for these interviews over a job I'm not qualified for? Imposter syndrome as a young person kicked in. But either way, I had a small voice in my head and told me, go for the interviews. I went for the interviews. I didn't really much impress the interviewers, but the mindset I had of learning is what gave me a job. That changed my life forever. That's how I joined MobiKlinic Uganda. When I joined MobiKlinic Uganda, we have received a fund from a UK-based organization. That fund came with conditions that we had to include their app in our application, in our work. At MobiKlinic, we build digital health tools that serve underserved areas and also urban centers. So when this grant came, what was at stake? This grant wanted us to what they call integration, our application and their application. And at that moment, what was at stake was if we failed to do this, one is we would lose the grant. Two, the people who won the project, they would lose their jobs. That was a very big stake. The people who are waiting for us in the villages to deliver healthcare, they would lose the medication and all that came with our project. So I was the new guy. Arafat, this is your project. I had 3 weeks to do the impossible, something that the previous engineer had taken 2 months failed to do. I began digging in. The first 1 week, I was learning how our application was working. The second week, I remember my boss called me and asked me if this was possible. I told him it was possible, but I was lying. Deep down, I knew it was not possible. But being my boss, an understanding young man, he told me, Arafat, I believe in you. And I'm glad he had my boss around. I can testify to that. He told me, Arafat, I believe in you. You can do this. I said, if Andrew says this, it means I can do this. 2 weeks passed. I looked for help everywhere, community in the US, in Canada. I failed to get the help. And I felt like this was not doable. And that brings me back to that Thursday night where I sat in the corner thinking, I want to give up. I really want to give up. I want to give up as a human being. Eventually, I got an idea how to approach this integration between our applications. And I went back to my computer, worked so hard the whole morning. And in the morning, I had progress. I felt like I had won a lottery. I felt like I had saved our grant for the company. I felt like I was the champion. I went back, we had a meeting with the founders, they liked our progress, I asked for more time, and eventually I managed to work on the MVP, which we took to our area we serve in Buikwe, and we delivered healthcare to underserved people. The technology we developed at MobiKlinic, seeing it improving lives in these communities was an achievement. What I learned through all this, yes, I achieved the impossible, which everyone says not possible. I was given praises at work. I was made Employee of the Month in my first 1 month. I was given a role of acting CTO within a few months. I outshined my own self. I became a CTO in the company. That is not everything I felt like defined me. What defined me is growth and leadership happen when you step into discomfort. As young people, we fear discomfort. We love doing easy things. Doing hard things is what makes us leaders. Stepping into discomfort is what makes us leaders. The fact that I saved my company a very big client, I made sure I stepped up against my imposter syndrome, even though I knew that I did not qualify for this job. But I had to try it. I work hard, I become resilient. We are the ones we've been waiting for as young people. We are the ones who refuse to give up. We are the ones that we refuse to give up. We are the ones that will bring the change we want. Thank you so much.